I am so excited to share a gay pride. I have 10 slides, and the first one will be gay pride. This is the month that if you're homophobic, we make you very uncomfortable. The second slide I have is actually the rainbow flag. Yes, we started to own the colors in 1978. Actually, Harvey Milk, who was the first open elected politician on the Board of Supervisors in San Francisco at that time, said, we need to have a flag. Unfortunately, Harvey Milk, along with the mayor of San Francisco, were murdered. The individual that murdered them got 5 years for voluntary manslaughter. But not only do we own the colors, we own the alphabet. Slide 3. Yes. As we're expanding the colors, we're owning the alphabet. The L is what? Lesbian. The G? Gay. B? Bisexual. T? Trans. Queer. Yeah. I don't know what plus is for either. I figured straight people. Support. Yes. Actually, I do. But I think it's for straight people because, you know, we're inclusive like that, right? But we're expanding the alphabet all the time. So, yes, we own the colors, we own the alphabet, and pretty soon we're going to own the numbers. Just saying. When my father died, it's actually his birthday today. He would have been 90 years old on Father's Day. And when he died 6 years ago, I opened up his Bible, and out of it came an article. That article, in fact, talked about homosexuality and how it's an abomination to God. And I'm so glad that I saw that article now than I did when I was trying to figure out my sexuality in my mid-30s. But I imagine when I saw it, it actually made me laugh when I read it, because I know that there was probably a guy sitting in his desk, working on a Saturday, probably eating a ham sandwich, probably wearing a polyester shirt with some cotton pants, and in fact, had a very unruly child that kept coming in, disrupting him, and then leaving. And I say that because the very verse that we call in the gay community the clobber verses, in other words, they want to clobber you with something, in that very section of the Bible also says you shouldn't well, first of all, you shouldn't be working on Saturday. You shouldn't eat pork. You shouldn't wear two fabrics of the same time. And if your children are undisciplined, you should stone them to death. The thing about it is that the context of what was written by those authors was meant for that time. They understood what it meant, but to apply it to a modern society with no study at all of sexuality or gender identity, that didn't even come out until the 19th or 20th century. But yet they are able sometimes to pick those verses out, just the ones that kind of promote their own personal opinions, right? Yet ignoring all the others. So I just point that out, that when someone perhaps is saying something to you, at least you have some historical context of the biblical scholarships. And if a gay person, if you're opposed to gay marriage, and they ask you to marry you, just say no. It's okay. My pride moment, and I'm so glad that Reverend Bill and Glenda are here because he already mentioned it. I want to point out that there are individuals, well, I think the next slide actually is a quote by Harvey Milk. If you are not personally free to be yourself in the most important of all human activities, the expression of love, then itself loses its meaning. It is all about love. And some of the most exciting, loving people I know are involved from the cornfields of Spencer, Indiana. And there they are, walking at the World Pride March that just happened earlier this month. Spencer, Indiana, less than 2,500 people. And they have a festival in October that brings, last year, 7,000 people to this rural town. The next is two founders who are fathers. Some of you know it and love them, Jonathan and Jacob, the true expression of love, that founded Spencer Pride, and in 2016 got the building, which will be the next slide, on the corner, the historic corner of Spencer, across from the courthouse. That building is an amazing building. You walk in, and you can buy an umbrella like this for $24.99. Has a resale shop, has a community built rooms. Upstairs is a ballroom where they provide free dancing. They have health and wellness programs, youth programming, game night, banned books. They have all kinds of programs for all different ages, and everyone is always welcomed. And truly, you walk in and you have this sense by all volunteers that you're welcomed in that place. It's an amazing place. It makes me very, very proud. Wendy is actually on the board, and the next slide, her program that she leads faithfully, the third Saturday of every month, coming up this Saturday, is Rainbow Birders, and going all over the state and at least once a month, gathering together, learning and enjoying nature. The program that I run, which happens to be the third Sunday, because Sunday started on June started on a Sunday, so the third Sunday is today at 4 o'clock, is Rainbow Sunday Circle. And this is where we come together and we just talk about how do you have a more peaceful, joyful, loving life without the religious dogma. And it's been an absolute delight to share with the community as well. And last of all, if you do go to the center, you can go up into the ballroom and you can get a picture. You can take your umbrella if you want that you've purchased to help support the center, or not, because the bottom line is you are loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you.